Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Tonight makes night number 5 on my 9 nights of Navratri here on Matthew's Guyanese Cooking. Today I'm going to be taking a little break from all of the sweets. We'll be continuing with that tomorrow, but today I wanted to share a savory recipe that I came up with recently and it was absolutely delicious. I'm going to be sharing my recipe for these veggie poloris, and these are very similar to vegetable pakoras, and I went ahead and I put my little Guyanese spin on it and turned it into a veggie pholori. This pholori right here is super crispy on the outside, has all of that dhal packed into the inside with all of these veggies that I've added in as well. So if you're interested in seeing how I put this together, please keep on watching. Since this is the 5th recipe on my 9 nights of Navratri, this recipe is dedicated to the 5th form of Mother Durga, also known as Skandamata, who represents the rejuvenation of life and divine energy. Now before I get into the video, I want to thank my sponsors over at Lotus Bazaar. I just want to thank Kavita for sponsoring this awesome outfit that you see that I'm wearing today, and all of the other outfits that I've used in my 9 nights of Navratri here on my channel. Now Lotus Bazaar is a business in New York, and they specialize in Indian clothing for men, women, little kids, and they also have different types of accessories. Now when you go ahead and check out Lotus Bazaar, you're going to get great prices, quality items such as this, and of course you're going to get great customer service. So make sure you check them out. I'm going to have all of their information in the description box right below this video. Now the first step when making this recipe is to go ahead and soak all of your different peas that you'll be using. So if you wanted to, you can use all split peas in this recipe. However, I like to mix it up just a little bit. So into my bowl here, I'm going in with some yellow split peas. I'm also going to be going in with some red lentils. And I'm also going to be going in with some urad dhal or urdi dhal. Once I add all of my different types of peas into the bowl, I'm going to cover them with warm water. I'm going to cover the bowl and then I'm going to let it sit overnight. And if you don't have overnight, then you can go ahead and let it soak for at least 2 hours and it should be okay. So this is what you're left with. The next day when you open that bowl, you should see that all of your peas are nice and hydrated and they're plump, and you'll see that they soaked up a lot of that water. That is exactly what you want, and at this point we can begin the grinding process. So once you get all of those peas washed and rinsed out until the water runs clear, you can go ahead and blend them. Now if you want to, you can use a blender, a food processor, whatever you'd like, and of course you can grind it to the desired texture that you like. I like to make sure that it is not super fine and smooth, because if you leave it a little bit grainy, then you will have a nice crispier pholori. And you're also going to see that while I'm blending these, I do not use a lot of water at all. As usual, I'll leave the full list of ingredients and measurements in the description box right below this video for you to check them out. So once you've gotten all of those peas ground up very well, it is time to go ahead and start seasoning and mixing our veggie pholori. So into the bowl here, I'm going to be going in with some ground turmeric. I'll be going in with some roasted ground cumin or jeera. I'm also going to be adding in some salt to taste, and I'm going to be adding a lot of crushed garlic and hot pepper. Of course, if you wanted to omit the pepper or add more or less, feel free to adjust as per your likings. And then I'm going to go ahead and mix all of these ingredients together. Now once you get all of those ingredients mixed with the dal, it is time to go ahead and mix in all of your veggies. So into the bowl here, I'm going to go in with some finely shredded cabbage, some grated carrots, and I'm going to be adding in some finely chopped bell peppers, some chopped onions, as well as some chopped up bok choy, and I'm going to be adding in some thinly sliced scallions. I also am going to be adding in some frozen chopped choy bhajee or spinach. Now if you wanted to, you can use regular frozen chopped spinach, or you can use fresh chopped spinach. Whatever you want to add into this pholori, you can. Once you add all of those ingredients in, it is time to go ahead and mix everything well with a spoon, or like I like to do with my hands, just so everything gets mixed together properly and there's not one or more veggies in a different place in that pholori. And at this point, we're going to start to add in some dried ingredients. So over here, I'm going to be adding in some baking powder. This is going to give it a nice little fluffiness. And I'm also going to be going in with some ground split peas flour. And I will also be adding a little bit of all-purpose flour into this recipe. And I want to add in some cornstarch. What the cornstarch is going to do is it's going to get the pholori very crispy on the outside. And once you get all of those dried ingredients into the bowl, you're going to go ahead and mix everything very, very well. And once you get all of those ingredients mixed together properly, you do not have to let this rest at all. It is time to fry. So in a heavy bottom pot, I've heated up some oil to about the halfway mark, and I've heated it up on a medium to medium high heat. And at this point, I'm going to start to grab little pieces of that dough that we made and drop it into the hot oil. Now these do not need to be super round. They do not need to be perfect. Whenever I make bara or pholori or any fried snacks, they're not always perfect on the outside. And that's not what we're aiming for here. We're aiming for an amazing taste. And once you get a batch of pholori into your pot, you're going to go ahead and keep on moving it around with a slotted spoon, and you're going to cook them for about 5 to 6 minutes or until they're perfectly golden brown on the outside. Whenever you're making pholori, make sure you regulate that heat, because if the oil is too hot, then the poloris will burn on the outside and they will not cook properly on the inside. And at this point, it's been about 5 to 6 minutes and my poloris are beautiful and golden brown on the outside. I'm going to go ahead and drain them on my slotted spoon and then put them into the bowl that I've lined with a paper towel, and I'm going to let that excess oil drain off. And of course, as soon as those poloris come out of the hot oil and you finish frying them all, you want to serve these immediately while they're piping hot with some mango sour or mango chutney or tamarind sour or chutney. Whatever kind of sauce or dipping sauce that you like, you can go ahead and serve these with. I will tell you all firsthand that these were crispy on the outside and they were so flavorful because of all of those different veggies that we added in, because of the sauce that I dipped them in, and of course because of those spices that I added in as well. This one right here is definitely a must try, and if you eat a couple of these, it's a nice little snack and it's great for guests or parties. Alright everyone, as you all can see, that veggie pholourie was so easy to make. The exterior was super crispy, the interior had all of that dhal, all of those veggies, and by adding in the raw veggies, it still had a nice little crunch on top of the crispiness that the pholourie has on the outside. It was absolutely delicious, and trust me, during this time of fasting when we need to eat vegetarian meals and things like that, this is a great little snack or appetizer to make for guests or for your family at home. Now before I go, I just want to thank Kavita over at Lotus Bazaar once again for this awesome outfit and all of the other outfits that I've worn on my 9 nights of Navratri, and I just want you guys to go ahead and check them out, support a small business, and if you all enjoyed this video today, please go ahead and give it a nice big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet. Remember, if you also click that bell notification icon next to the red subscribe button, you're going to be notified every time I post my newest videos, which means tomorrow when you look out for day 6 or night number 6 of my 9 nights of Navratri, you'll be reminded that the video is posted. So I'll see you all again very soon in one of my next videos. Until next time everyone, bye!